Hi, I'm Taylor. This is James. We're the Silver Welch Collective here at Compass, and we want to give you some tips to go ahead and get your home prep for hurricane season. As we're, moving through June, season's getting started, it's a great time to go ahead and knock these things out so you're ready to go. First things first, I would suggest trimming your trees, getting rid of your dead branches. Go ahead and have the tree company come out, take a look, especially, your larger, older trees. Get them cleaned up. That way you can limit the amount of potential branches falling on your house or even in your yard or across the street. So good time to go ahead and get everything trimmed and checked out.
Number 2 is to clear your gutters. Now, obviously with a hurricane, you have wind and rain, and there can be a lot of rainfall. So you want to make sure that water is flowing away from your house as smoothly as possible. So clear those gutters.
Next thing is prepare your hurricane shutters. So maybe you have a home that already has hurricane shutters built in that you crank down. Check the cranks, make sure they work. Maybe you've got one that you've got panels that go up. Not a bad time to go ahead and figure out what you've got, where they go, label them. Same deal if you've got your plywood that you need to board up. Whenever the hurricane comes, I can promise they're going to run out of plywood extremely quick at every hardware store. So now's a good time to go ahead and get it, cut it, know where it goes. Be prepared. Leave it with the home when you sell it, right? It adds a little value. It doesn't hurt.
There you go. Number 4 is if you live in a flood zone or somewhere that's prone for flooding, is to be prepared for the water. As they say, you hide from the wind, but you have to run from the water if it gets really bad. So you want to leave your house in good condition for that. So what I mean is you want to load up on some sandbags, maybe not filled, but at least have the loose bags ready to fill. Or you can also invest in various kind of water barrier systems that are out there. Similar to other things, once a named storm is getting close, they sell out everywhere, so you want to get it now. The other thing to note with the sandbags is the city do give out sandbags when a named storm comes through, but they only do 10 per household. So it's worth being ahead of the game and actually having more than that, because 10 sandbags doesn't go all that far if you're trying to protect your house from water intrusion.
It's a great time to go ahead and clean up, secure, loose items, lawn stuff that you don't need, things that you want to get rid of. Go ahead and get rid of that stuff now, so whenever a storm comes, you're not trying to figure out where am I going to put this, piece of furniture or whatever that I didn't want from the get-go, and now it's, in your living room in some place that you don't want it. So go ahead and clean up, get rid of extra debris and stuff like that in the yard, and keep up with that as we move through hurricane season.
Number 6 is once the storm pretty much approaches us, if it looks like it's going to be taking a big impact, is to turn your utilities off. Obviously, there's a lot of wind going on. We can't predict what power lines may fall or utility lines or anything like that, and you don't want to be in a position where you may get a surge. So it may well be worth just turning off the utilities before the storm hits, like just before it does, to make sure you protect everything on the inside.
Yeah, or at least unplug, the valuable stuff in your home.
Yeah.
Another thing to keep in mind is if you plan to use a generator, you want to make sure that you have it. There are some systems that you can get that are actually built into your home that automatically kick in. They're really safe and effective, but you're not going to be able to get that installed the week before it comes. So if that's something you want to invest in, go ahead and do that now. If you need a portable generator, just make sure you have a nice safe place to keep it. And then if you do need to run it because you lose power, make sure that it's in a safe area. You can't run a generator in your garage. It's a bad idea. So be prepared, know where you're going to put it.
And number 8 is to verify your insurance. That can be both homeowners insurance and flood insurance. You can carry flood insurance. You have to carry it if you have a mortgage on a property in a flood zone. Even if you're not in a flood zone, you can get a flood policy, which is pretty inexpensive, but it's worth making sure all of those things are in place, because again, once a named storm is coming through to us, you'll find that the insurance companies stop writing policies because they want to know what's going on with that. So you want to prepare the insurance now, not 2 days before we get hit by a storm.
Yeah, because once it comes, you can't even change anything. So you're locked. So go ahead and call your insurance provider now. If you have questions about specific type of damage that might happen, find out what coverage you have. Does it cover that? You don't want to be surprised and find out later. So go ahead and make that phone call. So
if there's anything else you would like to add in the comments section for other things to do to prepare your home, we'd love to hear what you do as well, because this is not an extensive list. It's just 8 items to get you started. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Stay safe.